left, right, okay, hit, okay. Hi, welcome to Eureka Archery. My name is Anwar Matsaat and today I am in Buka, Bukit Kiara Archery Range. And for today's video, it's going to be a very quick one. I've recently shared this particular bow on my Facebook page, and one of my friend Mika, a horseback archer, has been trying this bow, doing it with the fast shooting method to great effect. Just a little background information about the bow. This bow here, I actually ordered it custom made from a local bowyer, Nibong Archery, and I specifically requested for the bowyer to design and make the bow to resemble the bow that was featured in the Grayson collection of the Javanese Bow. I think that particular bow is actually a hornbow, and it is now in the British Museum. So what I have here is the fiberglass version. Now, since the bowyer is Malaysian, myself is Malaysian, and I would like to be a little bit more critical on the construction of the bow, the performance of the bow, the overall aesthetics, and my overall feedback on how the bow functions. So first and foremost, if you see here, you see the sear there, that this is actually made from Nibong wood, which is native to Malaysia. He actually puts a nice string bridge there, and the design and aesthetics, he tries to follow it as closely as possible based on the Grayson collection. So if you notice, the handle is rather unique. It's rounded. What we found through this rounded handle, it allows you to be quite dynamic with it. You can actually be quite rough with it, and if you are like Mika, you can actually hold the arrows on the bow hand. Unlike the Turkish bows, or perhaps the Tatar bow, even the Mongolian bows perhaps, the grip may be a little bit uncomfortable, but for this one, it feels like a tool. So the poundage that I have here is 55 pounds, and he actually puts on some spray paint job, I think. Now for local bowyers, if you want to paint your bows, there are a few things that you need to do to make sure a clear adhesion. Because if you if you leave the bow unstrung and you start spraying it that way, once you string it up, you will develop cracks like this on the fiberglass. So aesthetically, not the best. I'm sorry, Nibong Archery, but I'm sure you can do better. And of course, this reflective tape on the leather handle here doesn't do much, because you will still have some arrows passing through here. So perhaps overall, perhaps aesthetics is not there yet, but I'm quite amazed at how the bow actually performs. So with a 55-pound bow, so you can actually do the variations of drawing. You can do the Mediterranean draw, you can do the thumb draw. Of course, it's really up to you. So I have here is a target about 12 meters in distance. That target is actually pretty big. So I'm going to be shooting a few arrows with this Javanese bow made by Nibong Archery. So let's try it out. So the arrow actually flies really fast, but the grip is unlike any bow that we've actually tried. So let's try this a few more shots using the Taurus arrows. I'll be switching between the thumb draw and the, I would say, the Slavic or Sassanid draw, which is a slight variation of the original one where all the arrows are underneath. So like that, and I'll try it with just fingers underneath. So arrow flies quite fast. So let's try to get it from this angle. Quite loud for a bow. But if you are in the market to look for a traditional bow that is closer to home, the Javanese bow could be an interesting bow of choice. Now let's try this on the other hand. We're going to switch hand to the left hand, and then we'll see the draw profile of the bow. Because if you see Javanese archers doing the Jemparingan, they actually use the Mediterranean draw. Now, using my left hand, I'm able to demonstrate it better here. So I will try to do it as how the Javanese would do it, which is a Mediterranean draw, anchoring it to the side, locking your thumb behind your ears. The arrow shoots really fast. So far, performance-wise, it's really good. But aesthetic-wise, I think there'll be a lot more work that needs to be done. Snappy. But overall, I think there can be a little bit of adjustments to the bow. So let's try a few more shots. I'll be taking it from my back so that you can see the arrow trajectory, see how it works, and see how the arrow flies. And that one straight to the middle. Last arrow. And again, straight to the bullseye. So, what is my verdict of the bow? So let's unstring the bow. Let's see how it looks like when it is unstrung. Bow is actually pretty snappy. So let's take a look together. And there is the bow. Now if you look at it like this, and even from a distance, it is almost identical to the Javanese bow in the Grayson collection. And this is how the bow looks like. And overall, I think performance-wise, the bow is good. Aesthetically, it can be improved. Other than that, what I may do with this particular bow is I may actually modify it slightly. I will possibly remove the leather handle here because it's already giving way. I'll most likely wrap this up in a rattan binding, put some ray skin, have some hemp over this, and try to make it look a lot more traditional. Now don't get me wrong, this is a good bow, but I believe a lot of our Malaysian bowyers may need to up their game in terms of finishing the bow. But performance-wise, I'm quite impressed with this particular bow, the Javanese Bow by Nibong Archery. So let's string it back up, and I'll show you a little bit of the close-ups. Okay, so here's the bow. That's the handle. That is the arrow pass, the grip. Physically light for a fiberglass bow, and this is the draw profile from this side. Goes to 28, 29, 30, it stacks, and I hear some crispiness possibly from the glue or the paint cracking. So this is the Javanese Bow by Nibong Archery, 55 pounds. There's also some bindings here at the Sia knock side. The string here I think is Dacron, and the serving is okay. Nothing special about it, it just works. And this is it. And I got this bow for about 400 plus ringgit, less than 500 ringgit. So if you are interested to have a rather unique design of a traditional bow made by a local bowyer, then you may go ahead with this Javanese Bow by Nibong Archery. Aesthetically can be improved, but if you're someone like me who would like to customize their own bows, then this kind of bows could be a good, I would say, starter bow for you to start designing it to make it look more historical and more like a replica of the Grayson bow in the British Museum. So that's all from me today. My name is Anwar Matsaat of Eureka Archery. Like, subscribe and share. Be an archer today.